Okay guys, so I wanted to post this video because I was fighting somebody online. Obviously, his name is Morning Wood, so we can already know what to expect with this. The entire match, he's just teabagging me. It's just teabag, 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 teabag. And then I'll throw in a taunt occasionally here and there. Now, normally when I play, I don't get too frustrated. It's very rare when I do. It does happen, but it's normally rare. But what was getting me frustrated was that I didn't want to let this guy beat me. It wasn't the fact that he was teabagging me. It was like I wanted to... Well, I mean, logically speaking, yes, he's teabagging me, so therefore it's going to get me frustrated because I don't want to lose against him because I know I could beat him. But the teabagging is like getting to me. So, I'm posting this video because I wanted to post an example as to why it is not cool for you to lose your cool when you're fighting against people like this. Because in the second round, I took a breather, I took some deep breaths in, and I did way better. So this is a great example as to why it's never good to lose your cool and just stay focused on the prize. So without further ado, let's watch the match. I'll do some commentary here and there based on what I was thinking probably at the time, if I remember, because you know the match just happened, so I'm pretty fresh right out of it. But you know, I still might be a little bit foggy here into details because you're focused on fighting. So let's view the replay here. I'll get my mouse off the screen there. I love playing with Sagat in this game, man. I have so much fun with Sagat. So here I am thinking that I'm gonna have a great fight, and then all of a sudden this starts happening. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. So you're one of those players. But he's just taking my fireballs. He's just eating the fireball. He's just doing that, and then he's teabagging. He's not doing a thing. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll throw a taunt in, but then he attacks. So I'm like, okay, I see what this game is. So I'm doing pretty good, doing okay, and then he's still teabagging. So I'm like, all right, fine. So we're gonna play a long distance game then. And I'm gonna start teabagging him too because he thinks he's playing big game here. And I'm like, okay, great. We'll play your game because I'm in the lead. You know, because if you're trying to get me angry, it's not working. Well, at that time it wasn't. So I figured, let's just turn the tables. Let's give him a taste of his own. You know? So, I'm pretty sure at this moment, I think he threw the first round. Because in the second round, this is where things started to get frustrating.
Round 2. Fight.
So now he's doing his teabagging thing. He's still doing it. But now he's starting to block moves. And now he's playing an air game. He's playing an air game now. So he's jumping around, doing the fireball in the air. And now he's staying on top of me, which my weakness in this game that I'm still learning is how to avoid pressure. Which is kind of hard in this game. This game is all about pressure, so you can't avoid it forever. You're going to have to deal with it eventually. But the longer you can avoid it, that's good. Now, his blocking on my wake-up uppercuts is good. Because if he was a chump, he would have took that hit. But he's not a chump. He knows what he's doing. And this, maybe he gets this round. So, I think he gets this round off the normal hit. I messed up that combo there. And he's still doing his, like, teabagging. Oh, this is what he did. That's right. He did. Yep. He took me out there. So I'm like, oh, okay, great. So now I know what his gameplay pretty much is. He's going to go for V trigger, V skill, and go for the comeback game. But in the meantime, he's just going to get me angry. So now I'm starting to get frustrated because now he's blocking more. Now he's actually defending, but he's still teabagging. So now he's successfully gotten into my head. He's successfully gotten to me. But I'm not angry, but it is making me frustrated because it's like I don't want to lose this guy. I don't want to lose to people like this because it's a mind game thing, and it showcases no actual fighting skill. And he may be a good fighter. I'm not going to take that away from him, but he's not showcasing that. And that you know, it frustrates me because I want to play the game. I don't want to deal with somebody who's just messing with me, you know? And I know a lot of people have that feeling. They just want to play the game. They don't want to deal with like disrespectful stuff. But at the same time, it's Street Fighter V. That's all part of the game. You're gonna run into players like that. So, and he's doing pretty good. Like he's chipping me down and he's doing his teabagging and he's getting to me. But look at what happens because I start to try to calm myself down in the middle of the fight. I know he's going for that, so I block. He goes for that move. And because he wanted that so bad, he couldn't get it. So now he has to play defensively. Now he's forced to play defensively. Because now he's going to try to run the clock out. That's his game plan. He's going to try to run the clock out. And I rushed in, grabbed him, and won just because of that. Because I calmed myself down midway in that fight, I was able to sneak in a victory. But my heart was still racing. So I had to, we went to round 2. We went to match 2. And my heart was still racing. So I gave myself the 10 seconds and I gave myself a chance to breathe. And this is why it's so important, because you're going to see such a night and day performance between that first game and the second game. So anybody who's watching out there who feels like they get frustrated by these players, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you. Remain calm. Breathe. Take your time. These players design themselves to get under your skin and make you lose when you could be showcasing your true skill and your true potential and taking people out. And that's another reason why I love playing with Sagat, especially the way his story is. When he, as a character, when he leaves Shadowloo, he starts to realize, he starts to get more insight as to who he is as a person, the type of fighter he wants to be. And he becomes more introspective or noble, not really noble. I can't think of a better word than noble right now, but he taps into his noble side, I guess is the best way to put it. He's not noble yet, but he taps into that energy. And that's the kind of thing. He's a character that is also a character that's still growing as a fighter. And that's the way I want to play with Sagat, because that is the character that he is. So me being somebody who acts in plays and stuff like that, when I pick a character not because he's a strong character, but also because he matches the type of style that he matches the type of energy he wants to put into, you know, in the world that is Street Fighter. And look at that. Just look at the night and day. Look how much life I have left over. Look how much more control I had, you know? So, like, Sagat was a character I never would have normally played with in other Street Fighters, even though he's really good, especially in Street Fighter 4, he's amazing, and I have played with him a little bit, but I didn't main him. And I started maining him in this game because I realized, I heard how his story was going, and I was like, you know what, this is the character that I want to main. So, like, he exemplifies, he matches a lot of the things that I've been through in life. Not necessarily that I've been in fights like him or I have a scar on my chest or anything like that, but he does match that a lot of the energy that I have had to deal with, he's dealt with to some degree as a story character, and it's cool. So getting back to the fight here, just watch. It's just night and day. Look how much life. I even give him a chance. I'm just like, hey man, let's go. What are we doing? You know, are we fighting or are we playing a game? That's basically what I'm going for here. And I just win. I just win. He can't do anything. He can't stop me. I beat him
Sagat wins.
to the amount of life that he had taken off of me and then win the game. And so again, guys, like, anybody who's out there, I know I rambled a little bit about this character. Like, I love Sagat. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. I love his story arc. I love his dip into darkness, so to speak, that's part of him. And like, there are a lot of great characters in Street Fighter. The stories are amazing. But you know, in terms of story arc. But Sagat, for Street Fighter 5 specifically, I'm just having a lot of fun playing with him, and exemplify the character you pick. You know, don't just pick a character just because they're cool. I mean, that's a good enough reason, I guess, but like, pick a character that drives you. You know, because sometimes the fact that the character stands for things that you stand for, or has been through things that you can relate to, can help drive your fight, can help drive your game, and that's amazing when you can find something like that. So definitely, like, skill is always going to be #1 priority. Like, you can still just pick a character for this who's cool, and then just learn the character skill wise and get really good. But to me, that's kind of robotic a little bit. It doesn't feel organic, and again, that's a preference thing. But ultimately, when you pick a character that's fun, pick a character you like, pick a character that just really resonates with you. But at the end of the day, don't lose your cool. You know, don't lose your cool. Just don't do it. I watch these videos on YouTube online of people just losing their cool, and they're just not having fun. And it's like, then why are you playing the game? You're not having fun. Why are you playing the game? You have to, when you walk into a game, you have to accept what that game is. And when I play Street Fighter V, I accept that there are going to be players that do stuff like this, that try to play the mind games to get to you. And that stuff always works. No matter how calm you are, it still will get to you to some degree, because at the end of the day, you want to win. And you don't want to lose to someone who's just messing with you, you know? So remain calm, especially when you're facing players like that, because chances are, if you just take your time and watch what they're doing, they may not have many moves to deal with that you have to deal with. So what, he does taunts, so what, he does teabagging, doesn't matter. What matters at the end of the day is that you have the life point lead, and that you can deal with anything he throws at you. So that's my video for today, guys. I just wanted to throw this one out there because, like I said, it happened today, and I was like, you know what, this would make a great video. So really take your time, really go out there and just have fun with the games you play. Like, it doesn't have to be Street Fighter, it could be any game, but pick things that resonate with you. I think those are like I said, I threw this together hodgepodge kind of thing. So I guess the summary is, take your time, do your breathing, pick characters that resonate with you, pick stories that resonate with you, because those ultimately will be the things that help drive you, you know? So please do that, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the fight. I'll post other fights in the future like this, where I kind of give some commentary here and there, and I just hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'll be posting more soon. Peace out.